In our last session, we read this letter from a Real Love Institute member.
Dear Greg, every year for Christmas, I go home to see my parents, who live about 4 hours away. But this year, I wanted to do something with my friends instead. And when I tried to tell my mother about it, she had a fit. I reminded her of all the times I come home and that my friends really wanted me to come with them, but she just kept giving me all that family obligation stuff. Now I feel so guilty that I'll probably give in and go home. I'm 35 years old, but my mother still controls me.
In our last session, I showed you how you've become caught up in a game of trading imitation love with your mother and others in your life. A game where there are no real winners. You feel controlled, and you are, but only because you allow it. As scary as it may seem, if you want to feel unconditionally loved, you have to start making your own decisions. You. Now, some people won't want you to be independent, people like your mother, because they've gotten used to the trading of imitation love with you. They need the predictability of it. And if you start making your own decisions, you'll be changing the rules to a game that's important to them. That's hard on people who are used to buying their imitation love in known quantities and in known ways. But if you really want to be happy, stay with making the decisions that feel right to you, without guilt and obligation. And as you practice being who you really are, you will find people who will like you just as you are. People who don't require you to change in any way in order for them to accept you. Real love is worth any effort you make to find it. And it's worth the risk of a few people here and there not liking you, because there will be some of those too. So, just tell your mother what you're going to do. Don't defend it, and don't keep explaining it, and don't ask. Tell her. The more you explain and justify your decisions, the more you'll feel like you're having to earn her approval. And the more you explain and justify, the more ammunition you give her so that she can argue with you and convince you that you're wrong. As you stop explaining yourself, you'll be taking the ammunition away. So what exactly can you say to your mother? It's not difficult. It's just different. Call her and say that you've been thinking, and you've just decided that you'll be staying in town with your friends. At that point, she will almost certainly protest or ask for your reasons again, and you calmly reply by saying, "Mother, I will be staying here with my friends for Christmas. I'll be having a wonderful time, and so will you. And I'll be thinking about you during the holidays." It's likely that she'll press for more reasons. She's used to doing that. But don't get into that trap with her. Just keep saying, "That's just what I've decided to do." Don't explain. If she's really clueless and keeps pushing, tell her that you love her, but you've got to go. In other words, you're ending the conversation and going to do something else. I know you're worried that if you do this, your mother might be mad at you. She probably will be. But the price of always pleasing her is much worse. The price is you have to sacrifice who you are and stay unhappy. Do you really want to keep doing that? Remember that I am not suggesting that you should be rude or disrespectful. And you should always think about your mother's happiness and care about her. But you are not responsible for her happiness, no matter what she tells you to the contrary. And remember all of this with the other people in your life, with friends, with other family members, whoever. Listen to them and at least consider what they want. But you have to stop doing things for other people because you want them to like you, or because you're afraid that they won't like you. If they get angry because of your choices, don't change your choices, and don't feel responsible for their unhappiness. If you do that, if you're willing to stick with your choices, you'll discover an independent and powerful life out there, and you will love it. You'll discover genuine happiness. You'll love it because you'll have discovered that once again, it's always about real love.